I'm not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test part 253, Arts and Culture, part 2. We're on page 88 and we're just trying to check if you understand it all. And if you, while doing leg stretching, and if you participate in the leg stretching, that is at your own risk. And we're doing the exercises quite long, so do them only as long as you want to do them. So we're starting with the first exercise. We're bringing one leg in front with the heel into the ground, and we're pulling the toes towards us. And from time to time, we're going to contract the quad muscles. So we're starting with contraction of the quad muscles. We should understand first some of the major arts and culture events that happen in the UK. Some major arts and culture. They mean with that, now I get it, major arts and cultural events, they mean the Fringe, the Edinburgh Festival, or the major arts. That would be when also Tate National Gallery release for stretching, contraction but keep it stretching. Tate National Gallery, Tate Britain, Tate Modern, or National Museum in Cardiff and Scottish National Gallery in Edinburgh. So these would be major arts or cultural events in the United Kingdom or West End. They're the mousetrap by Dame Agatha Christie running since 1952 and contract again. They mean the festivals with major arts and cultural events, or the stadiums, Wembley Stadium, O2 in Greenwich, and SEC in Glasgow. And now with the next thing, how achievements in art and culture are formally recognized. With that they mean the awards. We're releasing the contraction. So on these awards, let's go through all of them. Maybe we are able to learn them directly. So it starts here, and wait, just culture and arts, so not sport this time. The proms, that's a major art event. And we're contracting again. So we're having, the first one was from here. Benjamin Britten founded Aldeburgh Festival, Suffolk. Aldeburgh. So we're trying to learn it. And release the contraction but keep the leg there and keep the stretch. Aldeburgh. Aldeburgh Festival, Suffolk. That's the first one. Aldeburgh Festival, Suffolk. And contract again the quad muscles. Aldeburgh Festival. Glastonbury, the Isle of Wight Festival in Cranfields, and the National Eisteddfod of Wales. And release for last time the contraction. Okay, these are the major arts and culture achievements. When we can add the Chelsea Flower Show. And contract for last time, the quad muscles. The Booker Prize, achievements in art. Yes, it is art and culture. The Booker Prize. Okay, we understand them. Could we list them? We could not really list them, but we could recognize them. And I think if we have a name, we can explain them. And we're switching now the other leg in front. With the heel onto the ground. And we're putting the toes in and we're contracting the quad muscles. The next thing is important figures in British literature. We make them in detail because we knew that we had to learn them. Let's read what we have here. You may be asked to identify famous British authors and poets, as well as famous books and poems. Make sure you know British winners of Nobel Prize in Literature as well. Where was that written? And release the contraction but keep the leg there. Must have been here, but that was the Booker Prize. Where was the Nobel Prize? Sir William Golding, Seamus Henney, and Harold Pinter. We don't have a book of them, but we're gonna learn the name. Important figures in British literature. And contracting and quad muscles. Let's stretch a little. Sir William Golding, Seamus Henney, and Harold Pinter. From the words, it fits to learn them actually in that order. Sir William Golding, Seamus Hannay, Harold Pinter. Sir William Golding, and relax again. Sir William Golding, Seamus Hannay, Harold Pinter. Seamus Hannay. We have to have it to connect it. And contract again. Sir William Golding, Seamus Hannay, Harold Pinter. I'm not able to know him now. This is the Nobel Prize in Literature. And relax for contraction again. Okay, for that there. Seamus Hannay. And contract again. The last time. I think I will forget the second one, Seamus Hannay. Sir William Golding, Seamus Hannay, and Harold Pinter. And important figures in literature. Let's learn the names. And changing the exercise, the anchor chain stability test. But also pointing forward, and we're pressing a little bit into the ground. So, Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility were written by Jane Austen. When Oliver Twist and Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Robert Louis Stevenson, Treasure Island, Kidnapped, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Robert Louis Stevenson. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I think so far so good. And then Thomas Hardy, Far from the Maddening Crowd and Duty Obscure. Let's try to learn it. Thomas Hardy. Far from the Maddening Crowd by Thomas Hardy. Release the contraction a bit, or the stretching a bit, but keep the leg there. Far from the Maddening Crowd, Jude the Obscure. Thomas Hardy. I don't really want to learn with Hardy or with Harder any sense. I want to learn them just Far from the Maddening Crowd, Thomas Hardy, or Thomas Hardy, Far from the Maddening Crowd. And press again the last time a bit into the ground. Far from the Maddening Ground, Jude the Obscure, Thomas Hardy. Robert Louis Stevenson, that was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Treasure Island, and Kidnapped. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility, and Charles Dickens, with Oliver Twist and Great Expectations. And now of Thomas Hardy we had Far from the Maddening Crowd and Jude the Obscure. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, that was just Sherlock Holmes. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And to the other. And also pointing forward, and we're pressing a bit into the ground. Sherlock Holmes, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur ACD, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes. Thomas Hardy, that was Jude the Obscure and Far from the Maddening Crowd. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that was Robert Louis Stevenson. And now we had the last one, that was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, that was Sherlock Holmes. Now we're having Evelyn Waugh, Decline and Fall, that's one title, Decline and Fall. Evelyn Waugh, Decline and Fall, Evelyn Waugh. Release the pressure a bit, but keep the leg there. Decline and Fall, Evelyn Waugh. Evelyn Waugh, Decline and Fall, and Scoop. And Brightside Revisited. And at that point it gets a bit confusing. With Brightside Revisited. And we're pressing a bit into the ground, so we have to learn it. Evelyn Waugh wrote Brightside Revisited. Brightside Revisited. Because writing satirical novels like Decline and Fall and Scoop, and then Brightside Revisited. So Evelyn Vaughan, Brightside Revisited. Thomas Hardy, that was far from winning crowd and truly obscure. And when we had Sherlock Holmes, that was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm starting already to get problems with Thomas Hardy. Just because of Brightside Revisited by Evelyn Vaughan. Evelyn Vaughan, which was Headline and Fall Scoop and Brightside Revisited. Brightside Revisited, Evelyn Vaughan. We're going to the last exercise, the leg out to the side, flex foot, and we bring the leg up and again down. That is the hydraulic hard leg. Now of Evelyn Vaughan, where we had Brightside Revisited, Decline and Fall and Scoop. And one with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That was Robert Louis. No. Thomas Hardy. Robert Louis Stevenson. These titles fitting not completely. That's why I'm confused. Treasure Island and Kidnapped are complete adventure books. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde fits more from the title to Thomas Hardy. And also later in the period. So Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Robert Louis Stevenson. Evelyn Vaughan, which was Brightside Heads Revisited, Decline and Fall and Scoop. And with Brightside Revisited, which was Evelyn Vaughan, and the other one with Truth the Obscure and Far from Winning Crowd, which was Thomas Hardy. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which was Robert Louis Stevenson, as well as Treasure Island and Kidnapped. So now, Sir Kingsley Amis, Lucky Jim. A few more times. Lucky Jim, Sir Kingsley Amis, Sir Kingsley Amis. Lucky Jim. Lucky Jim by Sir Kingsley Amis. Sir Kingsley Amis. Lucky Jim, Sir Kingsley Amis. Far from the Magic Crowd, which was Thomas Hardy, and also Truth the Obscure. Evelyn Vaughan, that was the last one, Brightside Revisited, but let's try to listen the other way around. These are Decline and Fall Scoop and then Brightside Revisited. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that was Robert Louis Stevenson, the other leg out to the side. So Sir Kingsley Amis, he did Lucky Jim. Lucky Jim was done by Sir Kingsley Amis. Now we're having Graham Greene. The Heart of the Matter, the Honorary Council. Let's start with the Honorary Council. The Honorary Council, the Heart of the Matter, Brighton Rock, Our Man in Havana. Our Man in Havana was written by Graham Greene. Our Man in Havana, Graham Greene. Brightside Revisited was Evelyn Vaughan. Our Man in Havana, that was Graham Greene. And Sir Kingsley Amis did Lucky Jim. So Our Man in Havana, that was Graham Greene. That is probably the first one, to be honest. Our Man in Havana, Graham Greene. As well as Brighton Rock, the Honorary Council, and the Man from Matador. The Heart of the Matter. The Heart of the Matter, the Heart of the Matter. Heart of the Matter, the Honorary Council, Brighton Rock. Our Man from Havana, Graham Greene. And J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter series. So these are all the things we should check to understand. Important figures in British literature. We learned not just them. Other importance are Geoffrey Chaucer, or when someone making Beowulf, we don't know who probably, or someone doing Sir Gawain, and then also Shakespeare, 14-line sonnets, or John Milton, writing Paradise Lost, for example, William Wordsworth, or William Blake, John Keats, Lord Byron, Percy Bysshe Shelley, Ethel Lord Tennyson, Robert and Elizabeth Bird Browning, or Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon. And then we're going to the last exercise. We are having the butterfly stage. We're having the soles of the feet together. We're sitting straight up and we're stretching a bit in front. We had here also no one which we had here. Important figures in British literature. I think we have it. At least the one here. So with that we have nothing more to do to that chapter, and we can go on in the next chapter. That's a short one. No, it's not. Yes, it is short. No, it is not short. It belongs to leisure. It's long. I have a suspicion that we're gonna make from time to time. You can have places of interest. So leisure will be the next part. Let's look for the ones where Graham Greene once more. Omina from Havana, Brighton Rock, the Auditor Council, and the Heart of the Matter. I thank you very much, and until next time.